Russell Wilson is the NFL's highest paid player, making $35 million per year with the Seattle Seahawks. With a net worth of $135 million, the football player has plenty of money to spare, and then some. This is Russell Wilson's rich lifestyle and how he spends his millions. Russell Wilson's fit physique doesn't come cheap. The 31-year-old Seattle Seahawks quarterback, who is currently the NFL's highest paid player, says he spends about $1 million, if not more, per year to keep his body intact. Wilson broke down some of his fitness expenses during an interview with Bill Simmons on a podcast. Wilson states, "I have a whole performance team. I have a full-time trainer that travels with me everywhere and works with my wife, Ciara, too. I have a full-time physical therapist. I have a full-time mobile person that's working on me, making sure I'm moving the right way and everything else. I have a full-time massage person and 2 chefs. I've been doing it for 5-6 years now. I got a little bit of everything. I'm trying to play until I'm 45 at least. So for me, my mentality is that I'm going to leave it all on the field and do everything I can to take care of myself. That's such a critical thing because if I feel good, I'm going to play good." Wilson has even gone as far as investing in some cryo chambers for his own personal use. He has every intention to keep playing into his old age with a full team to keep his body healthy a long time before his body starts to even look old. All the members of his team are paid by Wilson personally. They're hired directly through him and paid by him. With $35 million a year coming into his pocket, the salaries of his team must be pocket change. Moving on to other luxuries of being a millionaire, Wilson and his wife have a $6.7 million mansion in Washington state. They bought the house back in 2015. The home sits on Lake Washington in Bellevue. The luxury house offers the couple all they dreamed of and more. From the inside decorations to the gorgeous view outside, Ciara and Wilson definitely live in their own version of paradise. The couple's Seattle mansion sits on 6.67 acres of land with 84 feet of amazing high bank waterfront. The 2-story, 10,700 square foot home reportedly has 7 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. Also has a custom kitchen complete with elegant chandeliers, a spacious center island, a walk-in pantry, and stunning wood cabinetry. The cute home also has a wine cellar that can house up to 1,200 bottles. Other intriguing features of the house include 5 fireplaces and the lake's panoramic views from every room of the house, plus a beautiful spiral wood staircase. The house was reportedly built in 2008 and has an annual property tax of more than $66,000. Other amenities include a media house, a gym, and a private dock outside. As for their neighbors, the couple has Bill Gates living close by. Talk about extravagant. Furthermore, he's invested a good amount of money into stocks and a little while ago also became a part-time owner of the Seattle Sounders soccer team. The entrepreneur has invested quite a bit of money in other sports-related projects. The Portland Diamond Project, for example, which is a project with the goal to build more baseball fields in the Seattle-Portland area. Now, with him having such deep pockets, you would think that he handles most of the finances. But don't forget that his wife is also a millionaire in her own right. When you think of Russell Wilson, you'll have to think of his wife Ciara as well. She is his partner in life and in business, and the two have made waves in the upper echelons of sports. With a strong woman like Ciara at the helm of the teams that they own, they've earned the respect of many men and women alike. Moving away from the business side of things, Wilson, being the quarterback of the Seahawks, by tradition, has to get his offensive line gifts every year for Christmas. You know what this guy gets his teammates? He buys each of them $12,000 in stock. It's no Rolex, but it's the gift that keeps on giving. He basically invested in their future for them. Along with an extravagant houses and business ventures, he also has a pretty nice Mercedes Benz G-Class that cost a cool $135,000. Russell Wilson likes his cars and he owns a number of luxurious models that he parades at his home. Take his customized Mercedes Benz G-Class owned by the Seattle Seahawks quarterback that has anti-theft insurance and a voice recognition sound system. The posh vehicle cost a whopping $135,000, a trifle figure to the man. But with his fancy car, he has a fancy boat to go with it. With a house on a lake, it's a must have a nice boat. The boat itself is a fairly expensive investment, but the gasoline for boats is expensive as well. Just a fun fact for you, boat gasoline is nearly 4 times that of car gasoline, and it's the same gasoline. Going with his boat, he's got the boat's big brother, a yacht. Seattle is right there next to the ocean, and yachts come with the territory. The star and wife spent Ciara's 34th birthday on their yacht and brought along some jet skis for good measure. The birthday extravaganza included a large number of friends and family. Safe to say, these two really know how to party. The two also enjoy some luxury vacations on occasion. If you got the money, you always should. These millionaires seem to make it a habit. Recently, the two took a trip to Venice and explored the city in a fancy speedboat. Apparently, the couple takes trips to Europe fairly often. Wilson's a big fan of soccer after all and loves to catch a game when he can. In a recent interview, he stated, "We just had an amazing time in Italy, Venice, Tuscany for a few days, and the Amalfi Coast. But I'm super spontaneous. People may not know this, but I'm super spontaneous. We woke up on the last day and I said to Ciara, 'Babe, let's go to Rome. Let's fly to Rome really fast.' So we went to Rome quickly. It wasn't that long of a trip. We went to the Vatican. We were able to see the Sistine Chapel. Travel's a big thing in my life. With COVID and everything, it's changed so many circumstances, but we tried to do everything in a safe way, and it was an absolute blast. Travel, I don't know if it's a thing people know I love to do or not. It's one of the things I've had the most fun doing." When asked if he were able to watch some Euros in Italy, he said, "We did actually. We got to see some of the games. The championship game I saw back in America, and that was great. Wild, epic game, back and forth. The shootout at the end was pretty amazing to watch. We were actually in Venice after one of the big games. Italy won, and everyone started going crazy. We were at this bar and people were going crazy in the streets, and it was pretty amazing watching the energy and how much European countries take soccer, football, so seriously. The NFL times 10 almost, in a way. These players are playing for their country, so it's such a special thing. These vacations are not limited to him and his family, of course. Wilson has a history of taking his teammates on vacations as well. I mean, if you're going to play with these athletes and entrust your safety and well-being to them, I'm sure that they become family soon enough. Back in 2015, the entire team took a trip to Hawaii after their Super Bowl loss. The oversized black bus carrying 30 members of the Seahawks drove away from Maui's Wanalea Bay and banked right up a hill onto a dirt road, climbed through a thicket of palm trees, bouncing over uneven terrain until linebacker Bobby Wagner wondered if they had made a wrong turn into the jungle. They had not. The bus turned one final corner and parked near the edge of a cliff, with the beach and the ocean and two breaching whales in the distance. One by one, the players disembarked and moved toward the cliff's edge, where they formed a circle. It was time for what several Seahawks now call a come-to-Jesus meeting, a players-only conference where brutal honesty was expected and everything, including the decisions that led to a crushing defeat in the final seconds of Super Bowl 49 that was up for discussion. Their quarterback, Russell Wilson, stood before them. He had organized this trip, invited the defense, and secured a private plane for 85 passengers, and he had saved one final surprise until the end. "I brought you guys out here, away from everybody," Wilson said. "I want to have a heart-to-heart." The trip was meant to be a team-building trip. Wilson hoped that he would reignite the fire in his team and create a brotherhood that could continue to compete for the championship. Amazing enough, he did this all himself. His own money, investing in his team. The team enjoyed a luxury vacation on a private beach and later went on to have a successful season. Wilson has never given up on this ideal and continues to pour money into his own team. Luxury vacations are just one of the many ways he does so. With that, wraps up the video. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.